Namaste. Life is not just about getting an iPhone, it is more about finding the answer to the question, who am I? In this podcast, I have talked on Ashlesha, fourth pada. When Ashlesha is rising on the ascendant on the fourth pada, then it describes what you are. And when Ashlesha is your moon nakshatra, that is your moon sign is Cancer and you are born on Ashlesha with fourth pada, then it describes what you want to be. Understand the difference. The ascendant rising is about what you are, and the moon sign nakshatra signify what you want to be. I am like this and I want to be like that. There is a difference. That difference you will find in ascendant and moon sign. So in this podcast, I am going to talk about Ashlesha nakshatra, fourth pada, especially if it falls on your ascendant, then how it impacts. Because if Ashlesha fourth pada is coming on your ascendant, then your ascendant is Cancer and your Navamsha will be Pisces. That is Pisces ascendant in your Navamsha Kundali. So I am going to talk about the Navamsha Kundali Pisces ascendant as well as Ashlesha fourth pada. So let's begin. If you are born on Ashlesha Nakshatra Pada 4, then let's understand the nature of Ashlesha 4th Pada. Always remember that the ascendant Nakshatra Pada signify your real nature, while the moon sign Nakshatra Pada signify your aspirations and what you aim to be. Example, if you are born with Mula Nakshatra on ascendant, then you are spiritual. Whereas if your moon sign Nakshatra is Mula, then you are drawn towards spirituality. You aim to attain spiritual experiences. Always remember that each Nakshatra Pada is approximately 3 degree long and every Nakshatra has 4 Padas. Each pada is ruled by a certain planet. In Ashlesha Nakshatra, there are 4 padas. Since this podcast is about the last pada of Ashlesha Nakshatra, I will talk only on the last 4th pada of Ashlesha Nakshatra. 4th pada of Ashlesha Nakshatra is ruled by Jupiter. In the Kalapurush Kundali, the pada ruler is Jupiter, but this Jupiter is the lord of the 12th sign Pisces. So, along with Jupiter, this pada also brings the qualities of 12th house in picture. Always remember, ascendant signify your nature, Swabhav. And if you are born on the 4th pada of Ashlesha Nakshatra, then you seem to be a more introvert person who likes to operate in solitude and is not much interested in meeting people in person. You may be very active on social media, but in the real world, you may want to keep yourself away from the crowd and the noise. Usually, such people don't like crowds. They like quiet places. They like silence and they enjoy being alone. And they love to go to faraway lands and enjoy the beauty of Mother Nature. They are nature lovers. Meditation, spiritual practices makes them feel alive. They are secretive fellows who will reveal their heart out to only those whom they trust. Attraction towards foreign lands and foreign culture is always there, and they also have an inclination towards learning foreign language. Since this pada ruler is Jupiter and nakshatra ruler is Mercury, this combination along with Cancer qualities bring forth an inclination towards learning. These fellows are knowledge seekers, and if the quality of the chart is good, then they may also become wise as they grow in life. The fourth pada Ashlesha Nakshatra provides a person who is introvert, knowledge seeker, God believer, and one who follows the traditions of his or her family. Out of all the four padas of Ashlesha Nakshatra, the fourth pada is the best pada since it signifies Jupiter and the ninth house from Cancer ascendant. And so this also brings an inclination towards higher learning. And if the chart has conjunctions like Moon Ketu or Sun Ketu or Shani Ketu, then the individual may also experience the higher realms of consciousness. Ashlesha fourth pada gives an inclination towards father or fatherly love. The native may receive more attention and affection from his or her father. Also, this position brings a deep devotion towards the Guru, the Divine, the Master. Whenever Pisces is rising on your Navamsha ascendant, then you seem to have a deep understanding of spiritual subjects, and you also are very dreamy and idealistic by nature. You live by your gut feeling. You have a very good sense of what's going to happen in future, and so you may also become a good astrologer. In simple words, a native born on Cancer ascendant with Ashlesha fourth pada is a soft, sensitive, knowledgeable, sexy, and sweet person who is idealistic and dreamy and a good writer, and who also has a very natural interest in spirituality. And if the chart has certain powerful placements, then he may also progress rapidly on his spiritual path. Spiritually evolved souls born on the fourth pada of Ashlesha can easily understand the true intentions of others, and so it is not easy to fool these natives as they are very intelligent, smart, and sensitive to every word you speak or write. When dealing with a new unknown person, these fellows are very reserved and will open up only when they are 100% sure that their private space is going to remain intact and it is safe and secure to deal with that unknown person. These people are not quick when it comes to trusting others, but once they trust you, they will open up, and then you will wonder if this is the same person who was so reserved and not willing to open up. So in life, these fellows make very few friends because they are very selective, very choosy, and will not make friends just for the sake of it. When they say, "You are my friend," they mean it. Natives born on Cancer ascendant Ashlesha Nakshatra fourth pada are so lovable that once they fall in love, they become love. Then they can even die for love. And what to say if such a love becomes divine love? Reminds me of such a divine love, reminds me of Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene was one of the greatest lover of Jesus. Her love was so pure and unconditional that one day when Mary came to see Jesus, she brought a bottle of a very costly perfume and she poured it on his feet. Judas immediately said, "This is not right. You should have prohibited her from doing that. This is not good. This is wasting. This much money could have fed the poor of the whole town for many days. Of course, your intellect will also agree with Judas. His argument was absolutely socialistic. He was a communist. He was speaking rightly, and he knew more economics than Jesus. It is true. Why waste so costly a perfume? The feet can be washed with water. There was no need to pour such a costly perfume on them. The perfume could have been sold and the money could have been used for the poor of the town to be fed. Perfectly true. The argument was right. But what did Jesus say? Jesus said, "The poor will always be with you, but I will not always be with you. You can feed the poor later on when I am gone, but I cannot stop her. You can see only the perfume. I see her heart. I cannot say no to her. In deep love, in deep overflowing, not finding a way to express, she has poured that perfume. I cannot say no to her." Jesus' argument is not so strong as Judas' argument. Marx would agree with Judas. Mao would also agree with Judas. And I don't think that anybody will agree with Jesus. Even a few Christians will feel a little embarrassed about the whole thing. It doesn't fit, doesn't look good. But I agree with Jesus. He understands the language of the heart. Ashlesha 4th Pada natives understand the language of heart. The more they walk on the spiritual path, the more they become like Mary, like Mirabai, like Kabir. One who cannot express their love through words, but only through their action. Maybe that is why it is believed that Gautam Buddha was also born with Cancer ascendant Ashlesha Nakshatra 4th Pada. Always remember, astrology is the very first basic step to know yourself. Astrology can become a good start for those who are trying to find answer to the most important question of life. Who am I? So use astrology to know yourself rather than to know what will happen tomorrow. There is not much worth if you come to know that tomorrow you are going to die or tomorrow you are going to become a king or a queen. The real worth is to know your true self. And if that is the reason you want to know more about astrology, then I must say that you are on the right track. Enough for today. Tomorrow I will talk more on Magha Nakshatra 1st Pada. You all stay blessed and remember to meditate and chant every day. Om Ram Krishna Hari, Om Ram Krishna Hari, Om Ram Krishna Hari. Recite this beautiful soothing mantra if you are born on Ashlesha 4th Pada, and then everything will be alright. Remember, chanting is very powerful. So chant every day. Jai Sri Ganesha, Jai Guru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.